went months without any answers about when they could reopen. And that is until 2 days ago when Governor Cuomo gave them the go-ahead to open up next Monday. But restrictions and health protocols are stringent, even impossible for some to follow. And now the mayor is saying city gyms can't open till September 2nd. That would be the following week. We have Noam of TS Fitness on the Upper East Side with us again today. Noam, thanks for speaking with us. Something of a curveball from the mayor yesterday. Were you planning to open next week after you heard the governor speak on Monday?
Well, first of all, thanks so much for having me. And yes, we did. We have been planning this for months. Being a boutique fitness studio owner, we have a lot more kind of control over the environment and how we plan to open, and also speaking to a number of fellow business owners. We did plan to open, so this was, a little bit disappointing. Also, the information that's been coming out has been very vague, not too much clarity for a fitness industry that really has such a great impact on just people in general. So it's been difficult.
The governor did lay out some rather strict guidelines for you to operate before you can officially be cleared to open. Among them, a ventilation system that passes guidelines. And I know that's become quite a hurdle for some of the fitness centers throughout the city. Is that something that you were able to comply with?
That's something that I'm looking into right now. My brother is an engineer, so I've been speaking to him. Also, I have a fellow business owner in my building, so we've been speaking a little bit about the different types of ventilation system and the filters that we can put in order to be compliant. But, it's difficult for a lot of gym owners who don't have, HVAC units. What do they do? So I think that is something that they may have not really fully thought about when they put that into the guidelines. So again, that's something that we're looking into and trying our best to to get that to happen.
And what are you hearing from the other fitness centers, the various coaches at the other sport clubs, athletic clubs? That is, are they telling you that they're all able to open eventually, or are these hurdles just too much for them to overcome?
Well, I'm part of on the Facebook group, the New York Fitness Coalition, and there has been a lot of talk about how different gyms are going to be able to comply, because there's definitely, again, big hurdles that people can't accomplish. I think that as this progresses, some of them may change these guidelines. Just like we've seen during COVID the whole time, a lot of things are changing because they realize that they weren't really applicable, or now that they are applicable, they may need to kind of, because we keep on just getting new information out, and it's very difficult for us. I think that one thing about fitness is that it creates such a positive impact on not just people's lives, but the health. And we've seen during COVID that your health is directly related to how this affects you. So, to go back to the point about, the gym owners, I think a lot of them will not be able to comply, especially the mom and pop ones. The bigger ones are going to have, more resources to comply. So I think, they're going to have other hurdles, which is the volume of people that, for example, somebody like me does not have as much, the 33%. I know that that's an interesting number, because they thought it was going to be 25, 50, 33%. Interesting number to pick. I know that the Fitness Coalition recommended that number potentially, but yeah, I think we're just going to be kind of jumping through hurdles a bit, and it's really frustrating, and it's going to be a challenge. But again, we have such a great community of fitness business owners, especially in New York City, that we're going to get through this, and I think fitness is going to get stronger through it. We've seen some great collaborations with people on online training. I think that has really helped significantly keep communities together. Now we can do outdoor training. That might not be accessible for a lot of business owners, especially in Manhattan, where outdoor areas are a little bit scarce, but we've been seeing them utilized. So, people are trying to pivot and expand in a lot of different ways.
Noam, we've seen how many people's workout routines have adapted to staying at home. Have you spoken to your various members and clients? Are they all willing to come back?
So we have probably about a 50%. We've been asking them because obviously people are going to change their minds as things happen, as they either become more concerned about, COVID, or they're just like, I need, some sanity. So I'd say about 50% of our clientele is ready to come back. What we've done, and a lot of other gym owners have done, is we've actually taken about 90% of our equipment and we've given it to our clients. Or we have channels where we can buy new equipment and then we've actually dropped it off for them so that they can get good workouts at home. Using various things like bands. I mean, people have turned their living rooms, their bedrooms, into fitness studios. So that's been really great to see. How long? I do think that this is here to stay. I think that people will continue to do workouts at home. Some of our clients even became more consistent with their fitness since this has happened. And I think people understand how important health is now because of the way that COVID has really affected the people that were not in good health.
Is that cutting into your business, though? Do you fear you may be losing some of your clients?
I don't fear that because I think, especially in New York City, there's just so many people. There's more people exercising now more than ever. So I think that, that you can acquire a lot of new clients now. The brick and mortar can go beyond its four walls now. So you can expand digitally. I think that there's been great success with, companies that are mass producing products or streaming. And I think that there's also been a lot of great success with more personalized. We've seen actually more elderly people training from home because, they used to go to the big box gym and go get on the treadmill and just, do their 30 minutes. They can't do that anymore. They're afraid to be outside too much. So we've actually started working with them, doing slow mobility stuff, and they can see what's possible. So I think that it won't bite into. I think it's just going to expose more people to fitness. And people need to be social. They want to have that, social interaction, that energy. And our outdoor classes have been really successful. We're actually doing a huge pop-up in about next Tuesday, which should be great. I had the opportunity to collaborate with a great instructor. That's the other thing is we've done charity events through virtual means, through Zoom, and I've been able to collaborate with trainers that I never would before. I'm part of a mastermind group, a business coaching group. I've been able to talk to other gym owners, see what they're doing in other states, in other countries. We go by the philosophy, right now, a crisis is a terrible thing to waste. And I think a number of people have said that, but we're trying to look at the positives here, but also making sure that we are given the opportunity to succeed and to be able to, make our impact and not keep on getting different information, which is, I believe that because fitness is so important in people's lives and such a influencer on this COVID, that more research should have been done for gyms. And now they're trying to open gyms at the same time with schools. The health department is probably going crazy. It's going to be really difficult for them to monitor all this stuff at once.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you're competing for inspectors, and I think the schools are going to win out, which is probably going to delay your opening even further. Noam, Tamir, I wish you all the best of luck. It sounds like you're good to go, and I hope you can open a lot sooner than later. I wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, all the best. Thanks again.